the right sideline. Kay Johnson makes the over-the-shoulder catch.
The South Dakota State Jackrabbits went down to Georgia seeking an FCS quarterfinal win, and for the first time in their last 3 games, Mother Nature didn't make the Jacks play on any ice or snow. Instead, a driving rainstorm at Kennesaw State. Go figure. First quarter, Chandler Burks stripped by Xavier Ward. Logan Backus recovers, sets up a Chase Vinatieri field goal, and it's 3-0 State after 1. Second quarter, John Stiglmeier's team now tied at 3 with a 3rd and goal from the 5. Taryn Christian to Adam Anderson. Terrific catch, terrific throw, and the Jacks lead 10-3. On the ensuing Owl drive, they take it into SDSU territory, but Backus just playing like a man-child. Tackle for a loss would lead to a turnover on downs on 4th down. And SDSU marches right down the field, taking advantage when Pierre Strong Jr. busts in from 9 yards. 17-3 SDSU at half. Now with the bad weather, bad conditions, the Jacks really just tried to grind out the clock in the 3rd quarter, and this certainly helps. Christian to Cal Hart. Another youngster making news in this tournament. He had 40 yards on this play, sets up another field goal. 20-3 after 3, looks like the game's over. But Kennesaw storms back behind their backup QB, Daniel David, who led them to back-to-back touchdowns. Suddenly it's 20-17, and on the next Jackrabbit drive, they're in deep trouble. Facing 3rd and 12, Christian rolls and hits Cade Johnson. Probably the biggest play of the season. 33 yards down to the 34 for a huge first down. A few plays later, another 3rd down. And the Roosevelt senior takes care of business himself and takes the Jacks into the FCS semifinals. South Dakota State wins 27-17. Remember, it was a year ago almost to the day that Christian threw 6 picks in the FCS semifinals when they lost. Well, now he's got the Rabbits back in that same spot.
Well, I would credit our seniors, the leadership of our football team. You know, you guys know all the things that are said on the sidelines, and they kept telling our guys, believe in yourself and go do your job.
We've wanted to, for 4 years since I've been here, get to Frisco and play for a national championship, and then getting so close to actually getting to the semifinals, and then, really personally having one of the worst games I've ever played. It really lit a fire under me. I know it lit a fire under the rest of the team to get back to where we are.
And where they are will be Fargo, North Dakota for the FCS semifinals. The game time just announced Friday night, 7 o'clock on ESPN2, prime time for SDSU and NDSU, the biggest rivalry in the FCS, on one of the biggest stages, the FCS semifinals, for a trip to the national championship game. Well, back in Brookings, the Jackrabbit women begin one of their biggest stretches of the season that'll see them play a pair of nationally ranked opponents back-to-back. On Wednesday, they host 3rd-ranked Oregon, and first up today is number 21 Drake. Good news is that both are in the friendly confines of Frost Arena. First quarter, start of a big day for Madison Giebert. She pokes the ball away and goes all the way for the layup as the Jacks get out to the early lead. Giebert, she was pretty much money from wherever she was shooting the ball, especially from beyond the arc. Trey Bien on the rattle down. Jacks up by 9 after 1. She led them with 21 points. Second quarter, Sanborn Central Woonsocket alum Maya Sellen with the baseline J. She had 16 points. Jacks led by 10 at half. Drake made a game of this in the second half. Jenny Baranchik's team climbing to within 2. They climb no closer. Sydney Palmer from the free throw line. She had 11. And State beats the number 21 ranked team in the country, 80-71. Down in Vermilion, the Coyote men squaring off with UMKC. First half, Tristan Simpson around a pick for the pull-up, and the Coyotes take a 7-point lead. Play of the day in the final seconds of the half off a missed free throw. Stanley Amude will heave it from half court and beyond. Boom! He had 18 points to lead the Coyotes, who led by 10 at the break. They led by as many as 12 in the second half. They couldn't finish, though. Xavier Bishop, he had 15, missed that, but a teammate had his back. KC stuns the Coyotes, 65-63. In the NSIC, a doubleheader at the Stewart Center between USF and Mankato. We start with the men's game. Cougars down 9 at half. Milan Serlich, though, going into spin cycle as USF gets to within 7. Mankato would go on a bit of a run, though. Juwan McLeod, he's just kind of in the right place at the right time. He had 22. And the Mavs led by as many as 12, much like that USD-KC game. USF would come back. It's Drew Giebert, Madison's brother, with the hook shot for 2 of his 27. He helps send things to overtime. Fortunately, he couldn't get him over the top. Mankato takes it 87-84. Bit of a slow start for the USF women in their game with Mankato as Rachel Shumsky inside gets a rebound for Mankato and puts it back as the Mavs bust out to an 11-point lead. Cougars would shake off their early problems, though, and get going for Travis Trapagan. Check out Hannah Jones. You can barely see her behind all the players, but you can certainly see that 3 dropping. She had 11. They got 20 from Mariah Schmansky and Kaylee Hummel each, and the Cougars get the win 80-68. It's been quite a year for the T-Area High School athletic program. The Titans won 4 state titles in golf, soccer, and football, while finishing runner-up in State A boys basketball. Much of that team is back, which is why they're ranked number 1 in Class A, opening tonight with Dakota Valley. Titans look like they were in control late. Justin Hone to Caleb Joffer, and the Titans led by 10 with about 2.5 minutes to go, but you do not count out the Panthers of Dakota Valley. They get a furious rally going. Charlie Cox with a nice head fake and jumper as DV gets to within 8. And then it's the football star, Nathan Rice, somehow getting that one to go, plus the foul. He had 31, and the Panthers clawed to within 4. They claw no closer. Look at Hone with the pass to Noah Friedel. Not quite a dunk, but okay, maybe it is a dunk. Either way, it's a victory for T. Friedel had 25, Hone had 24, 83-73. Up in Sioux Falls, crosstown season opener between Roosevelt and O'Gorman. Riders taking a 27-22 lead into the third quarter when Jeremy Jones tried to do everything but drive the team bus as his team pulls within a couple of points. Pressures on Mitch Begeman's Riders, and Tyler Feldkamp with a man in his face spots up for 3. He had 15 points. Roosevelt gets back up by 8. Now Jones almost single-handedly brought the Knights back. Look at that move. He had 20 points, and O'Gorman would tie things up. The home team makes a few more plays, though. Carson Devricks gets 2 of his 20 on the drive. And the home team, Roosevelt, pulls out a 5-point win, 55-50. In the NBA G League, the Skyforce wearing the Sioux Falls flag uniforms, hoping to make some toast out of Texas. Second quarter, Yanti Mayton from downtown forced up 41-34. He had a game-high 32. Next time down, check out the passing from Nevada Smith's team. It ends up with an easy rim rattler for Raphael Putney as the Skyforce go up by 9. Putney had 17 points. Where they were really good was from beyond the arc. Malik Newman with the triple. Force had 23s on the night, and they win 129-108. And finally on the ice, the Stampede in Sioux City, teddy bear toss night at the Tyson. It was for a goal when the Muskies scored, but it was the Stampede who did all the scoring. That's Brian Chambers right there as the Muskies have to pull their starting goaltender. Spoiler alert, he didn't do much better. Here's Jamie Cranella putting one in. Herd get a nice win, 5-1. We're back in 1 moment.